Good morning. A gorgeous day out today. It's Sunday. Uh, I think it's August 31st or 30th. I think Monday's the 31st, so this must be the 30th. Anyways, got a couple projects going on. Getting out here. I like to start with a clear bench. You can see I don't have any paper towel out there. I use paper towel. I tape it down, and the white and the paper towel part helps me see if I'm missing any little parts if they drop, and also keeps them from bouncing off. We got the Camino now on deck. I'll be starting that. I'm going to put my paper towel down and get that started. I'll be starting with the engine and detail the engine and follow the directions step by step, and I'll be posting up there as I go. This is for Pastor Chad's boys and Pastor Chad. Like to use a palette here. This is good for just doing small paints. I typically use Vallejo Model Air Vallejo, and for my airbrush, and then just regular Model Air or regular model paint for just doing brush work. I've also got a couple other palettes that I use. This one's it's a little deeper. You can see these things a little deeper, and that's able to mix the paint when I use with my airbrush. So I kind of like these for that. I got an assortment of brushes. I've actually got, let me see if I can reach this. I got tins and tins and tins full of these. I've probably got a couple hundred brushes. And once they start to wear down, I cycle them out and get a new one in. Got that going. I'm using Testor's glue. This one I'm kind of mad at. The thing broke. When I pour it out, it just pours all over me. So I'm not liking that. So I put some glue in these little fine tips. These aren't fine enough. I'm finding that they pour out. So I'm struggling trying to find a good glue to use on here. I got behind me is my air bench. And you can see it right there. And on the one side over here is over there. There. That's my air brushes. There's a compressor down below over here. Very, very quiet. Nice compressor. It's Apache. I spent a little bit too much on it, but it's so nice. It's quiet, does the job, so I don't have that thing rattling around behind me. And then my tools, actually, I've got a handful of tools here. Got some really nice nippers. I spent too much on these as well, but these are very, very durable. They're very strong, and that helps. I use a few different X-Acto knives. I got one, and this is kind of an all-purpose. I use this to place the decals on the different models because it's got a really nice point on it, and that helps. This one, again, this is for like when I have to carve something out and help get it back into shape. And then I use this one. It's kind of a chopper. This one's very heavy, and it's good for if I got to really dig into something. I've got a where's my other one? Here we go. Tweezers. Typical, they got different sizes, and that helps me hold the parts and move them. Sometimes I got to reach way in, so I got different ones. This one's different. You open it, and then by letting go, it closes. So this is nice as a little clamp, a little temporary clamp to pinch onto stuff and hold it on. And then the last things I got is these jeweler's files. You can see these are very, very fine. I got a flat one, which is good for kind of the sprues. When you break them off, they leave a little nub or whatever. So this is good for taking that out. And then There's this one here it's almost triangular. Maybe you can see it. It's almost triangular. This is good for getting in between parts. And then I got two round ones. And again, for catching the curves and that. And then in my cabinet drawer down here, I got a couple other tools that I keep handy. One's a wire brush. This is good for cleaning out the files. When I'm using them, they'll get clogged up with plastic. So I use this file to clean them up. That helps out. And I tell you, the other thing that this bench I got has got 4 drawers in it. And I built this myself off of a plan, a couple of sheets of plywood and a few 2x4s. It advertised that it could hold a V8 on it, so it's pretty sturdy. But what I like about it is I got a wooden top on this. I don't have to worry about it. I put the paper towel down just to keep the parts, but I'm not really worried about the top of this thing. And then in the drawers, I got various different things to help me out. I've got one drawer here has got sandpaper that I can just reach right over and get it. No big deal. I've got a glue gun in there. Sometimes I use glue guns. My X-Acto set, I got all kinds of different X-Acto blades in this one drawer. In my other drawer right here in front of me, different files. I've got a little clamp. Sometimes I got to clamp parts, and different various other little clamps, as well as more different vices. Next drawer over is all my tapes. I got different types of tapes, pins for pinstriping the models. And then also over here is a little drill sets. Every now and then the model or something will call for to drill a hole out. And so I got a drill set. These are like number 2. They're very, very small. I've got a drill and tap set when I'm doing my Hot Wheels. I like to have, sometimes I drill and tap it. It takes a number 2 screw, metal self-tapping. The people will tell you that you'll drill the rivets out, and then when you drill it out, you drill and tap, and then you put a screw in, and so it holds the model together, or you can take it apart. Myself, I do super glue, because I don't really take them back apart. I take them apart, build them, put them back together, and that's pretty much it. But there has been occasions people have asked me would I do that. Not a problem. And the last drawer is all my airbrush fittings and stuff. I've got a case where I hold all the airbrush parts in, and then there's I've got a couple different airbrush lines in case I need them, and then I got some extra brushes and stuff in there to clean with. And so that's kind of my bench setup. I've got my magnifying light here. I don't know how I build without it. That magnifier and the light is great for doing my miniatures or when I'm working on a model and I need to get the detail right. So that's really helped. And then right over here, can barely make it out. That's a Dremel motor right there, but it's set up as a drill press. So I can drill down. I've got a grinding bit on it right now. I just hit it up and then I can just kind of grind a little bit at it. And then behind me behind there, I got a different drill motor that's just set up from when I'm working on the Tonkas. I can do some fine detailing. I've got a grinding bit in that as well. It's for taking off the heads of the rivets, and then the Tonka just falls apart. There's a cutoff wheel I got for it. Sometimes the caps that I push on, that's an excellent way for taking them off. Just take that Dremel motor, just cut the cap in half. It falls off. No muss, no fuss. I hear other people, well, if you bend this and if you twist that, nah, take the Dremel motor, cut off wheel, cut the top off, it falls off, you're good to go, no problems. Different kinds of paints. I got a cup here. It's filled with different spoons, and each spoon has a color on it. And if you look, I wrote the color number on it. So if I was trying to get inspiration or trying to choose what color would look good, I can come over here and I know just what color it used. Some of the colors, like this one here, this is a gloss red or orange. I'm sorry, gloss orange. Some of these colors are different when you paint them for what's in the bottle. So if you think you're getting a bright red, And then you print it out. Well, actually, it's red, but it's flat and it's kind of dark. So I got me a whole cup full of these, and that helps me sort out what colors and kind of keeps track of that. Then I got all kinds of little jeweler's picks, or not jewelers, dental picks. These are great for body lines. Some of these body lines in the models just aren't quite thick enough or deep enough, so when you paint them, it covers them up. So I cut down through them. I've got stuff for doing decals. This is micro set. This stuff here, when you put it on a decal, it softens it, and it actually lets you move it around until you get it positioned. And then when it dries, use micro sol. And then this protects it. You put it over it, and it protects the decal. Not cheap. There's like $7 a bottle, but the difference on when you do it and when you don't, it's noticeable. I didn't believe in that at first until I used it, and when you put it on there, it looks like it was painted on. You'll never believe that it wasn't. Here, wait, listen. You hear it? On Sunday mornings, there's a neighbor across the lake who's got an airplane, and every Sunday he comes over and he buzzes the neighborhood, and everybody comes out and waves at him. So that's what that was. Anyways, back on topic. That's kind of my bench. Going to get set up. Like I said, we're going to get started on the El Camino. And then I've got Tonka sitting back there that's ready to go. Oh, one other project. At work, I noticed in the toolbox of one of the guys, he had this old truck. Picture of this old truck. It's a 1949 Ford pickup truck, and it is all modern and really looks sharp. And I asked the guy about it, and it turned out it was his dad's. And he was very, very proud of the truck, and he told me all the history about the truck and how the dad had spent so much time in it. And I started thinking, I said, I've seen a Hot Wheel, that model, not like that, but that model, and it might have been a Matchbox, but I said, that's kind of a challenge. I think I want to see if I can duplicate that picture that he's got. And so I found it. I found the truck. It's a Hot Wheels truck. So that makes it 1/64th scale, and it's on order, should be here in a couple days. So I'm going to take a picture of that truck that he's got, and I'm gonna see how close I can get. It's bright red, which how I feel about red. So, and then it's lowered, and I can do lowered, and it had some chrome wheels on it, which I know where I can get those. The only thing I'm gonna do differently is I'm gonna put some big fat tires on the back, and I'm probably gonna tub out the bed of it so I can fit these big fat tires in there. And I think that'll look good. And I spoke to the guy, said, you wouldn't mind if I do this, I'll show you. And he got all excited and again started telling me all about the truck. So I've got that on coming in, so that's going to be coming up here. So as it stands right now, I got the El Camino, I got the Tonka that I'm restoring, I got the Hot Wheel incoming, I finished the M2 Bradley, and I seen a bookshelf kind of situation where you can build, because I'm running out of room to put all this stuff. And I seen another guy was doing a diorama, and he just did a little square. It's like in a picture frame. And I thought, I'm going to take that idea of the picture frame kind of diorama thing along with the shelf thing, and I'm going to build that so I can put some of these away in a different shelving so I don't have them stacked up, because I've run out of shelves in the bookshelf inside, and I can't take over any more bookshelves or I'm going to get in trouble. So I got to come up with another plan. So anyways, that's what's going on with this old biker, and some paint. Going to enjoy the sunny weather I got outside. Going to get some things done, and when all is said and done, truly blessed. So until next time, we'll catch you later.